So I was browsing the internet today, and I'm sure we all do on a daily basis, and I came across this article courtesy of Charlie Intel. Link is going to be in the description as always, and it says report claims Battlefield 2018 title to be a World War II game following Call of Duty Back to the Past. And it says a new report from VentureBeat suggests Battlefield will follow in COD's footsteps and head back to World War II with their newest title, set to launch this fall from EA and DICE. EA confirmed earlier this year a new Battlefield title is scheduled to release this October, but an announcement on what the game is has not been made yet. VentureBeat says that EA and DICE made a decision to go back to World War II with the Battlefield franchise a few years back. They first, however, decided to go to World War I with their 2016 title Battlefield 1. So I guess EA is trying to not necessarily like push the envelope, but like I hate using the word like follow and copy and stuff like that, because there was back in 2011 when Modern Warfare 3 came out, there was the whole Battlefield 3 against Modern Warfare 3, and I think at this point that argument, we haven't seen that I guess you could say, I don't know, beef or like competitiveness or something like that. I feel like that was just like it's fans were passionate about a game and they said it's better than another game, and like nowadays now it's Fortnite against PUBG or Fortnite against H1Z1, and nobody cares about Battlefield against COD anymore, because COD is kind of dying, and Battlefield 1, I feel like it wasn't as good as Battlefield 3, and it wasn't as good as Battlefield 4. So I feel like that is kind of on the back burner now. Now everybody's all hype on Fortnite against PUBG. But continuing on with the article, EA and Battlefield developer DICE decided on this strategy several years ago. They knew they wanted to get away from the modern and near future settings for a while, which I'm very welcoming to that change. It's always good to switch it up, but it also didn't want to burn the World War II setting right away, which is also good, because if you made now they know that they made Battlefield 1, which is obviously in World War 1. They made that, and I'm not a big Battlefield player, but I do play it every once in a while, and I know that a bunch of people prefer Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 1. But anyway, so it's good that they they kept the World War II safe in their pocket. VentureBeat says EA is aware of fans' requests for another Bad Company title, myself included, but this year's game won't fulfill that request, sadly, because man, Battlefield Bad Company 2, not sure when that game came out, but that game was super old. I think that came out in 08, 09, around there. It's people have been waiting for a Bad Company 3, and I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. But if you did play the end of the game, there was something about we'll be back, or something like that. They basically left you on a put a cliffhanger, kind of like Ghost did. So I don't know, maybe we'll see Ghost 2. But anyway, EA is putting a Bad Company sequel in play in case players get tired of past base settings for a future Battlefield game. This year's Battlefield title will go head to head with Treyarch's COD title in the fall. Activision has not made any announcements about what era Call of Duty 2018 will take place in as of now. So, I said this before, I said this earlier, I don't at this point, the Battlefield versus COD thing, there's no such thing as a head to head and stuff like that, because like I said, everybody's hyping over Fortnite versus PUBG and stuff like that. World War II doesn't even compare to Battlefield 1. I personally, I just I don't want to say I'm tired of the past, but Battlefield 1 was the past, and then World War II was the past. And it feels like it's been so long. It's only been 2 games, and I feel like I'm done with the past. And I don't know why, but I want to see hopefully these rumors come through with Treyarch, making another modern shooter, because I want a modern game. I like modern, you know, military stuff. I don't like fucking past shit. Like, it's, I don't know, it's, you know, with, like, everybody's hyping over, like, the boots on the ground. Yes, the boots on the ground were sick, but you can still have a modern boots on the ground game, you know, a la Modern Warfare Remastered, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. You know, these are all modern warfare games, and, you know, so it's like, it's not the worst place Battlefield could have gone. I mean, me personally, I wanted to see like a Battlefield, you know, 5 maybe, and like I know they're calling it like Battlefield V or Battlefield 5 or whatever you want to call it, but I feel like they're all over the place with like naming shit, because, you know, everybody should just like adopt the GTA like naming system, or, you know, the Modern Warfare naming system, because it was just, you know, it was Modern Warfare, then Modern Warfare 2, then Modern Warfare 3. It was, I know GTA was a little like messed up at the beginning with like San Andreas and Vice City and stuff like that, but, you know, then it was just GTA 4, and then it was GTA 5. It was Red Dead 1, and then now it's Red Dead 2 coming out. And, you know, it was Battlefield, it went to Battlefield 3, then it went to Battlefield 4, then it went to Battlefield 1, then now it's going to Battlefield 5, and then before it was like Battlefield 2142, and then it was like 1943. And so, you know, like, these guys are all over the place with like the naming shit. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, you don't play a game for the name of the game. You play a game for, you know, like if you have fun on it, and if it's a good game, like, you know, like I know, like, this is just like nitpicking at this point, but like, I don't know, I just like stuff to be in order. You know, that's like that's all I have to say. But, you know, like, it is what it is. It's supposed to be Battlefield 5. Everybody's saying that hopefully the V stands for Vietnam. So, you know, like, maybe that could be a thing, because in Bad Company 2 there was a DLC, like the Vietnam DLC, and, you know, you had like all these different Vietnam guns and, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, who knows? At this point, you know, it is all speculation. You know, it's super early. It's March, so the game comes out in like 9 months. And apparently it's going to be playable at EA. At EA. It's going to be playable at E3 this year, which is in like June or something like that. So, you know, if you're in the area, I'm not sure where it's going to be held, probably LA or something like that. So, you know, if you're in the area and you get to play Battlefield 5, and, you know, hopefully it's a sick game. I mean, me personally, I'm going to pick it up because I am a fan of Battlefield. The last, like, Battlefield that I played in depth was Battlefield 3. That was, I don't know, that game rivaled Bad Company 2 for me. Like, that game was actually super sick. Battlefield 4, I just never had anybody to play with, and if you know, if you think playing COD solo is hard, imagine, like, playing Battlefield solo is stupid. It's worse than COD. It's like I don't even know what to say. It's you just get outclassed, you get outmatched, and, you know, it's harder to carry, you know, 12 people than, you know, 5 people, which, you know, because in Battlefield, like, I feel like your teammates, I don't know what these guys are doing. You know, sometimes these guys just, you know, they pick up the game and they're garbage. That's it. But, you know, with Battlefield, hopefully, you know, we won't get any of this skill-based matchmaking bullshit. You know, it's probably going to have supply drops or loot crates or, you know, something like that. Because you know, if we're being honest, every company is adopting this feature. I guess not necessarily a feature, adopting this system, if you want to call it that. But, you know, if it's just cosmetic and, you know, it's not adding any overpowered guns or, you know, anything like that, then I have no problem with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This video is going on 9 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it off. That's pretty much it. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. It is very much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.